Good evening, Bahamas. You're tuned into NB12, broadcasting from Cable 12 Studios on Robinson Road. Coming up tonight in news, jobs and crime, the focus of the first cabinet meeting of the new administration today. The F&M reveals its senator picks. We talk with former immediate response talk show host Krissy Luv. Hunker down. Forecasters say the weather's going to be bad all week. We've got those stories and so much more. I'm Paige McCartney, and NB12 starts right now. Welcome once again to NB12. Prime Minister Perry Christie and the one-member cabinet held their first meeting at Churchill Building this morning. Minutes before the meeting, though, Mr. Christie told NB12 that there is a need for 43,000 new jobs in the Bahamas. Here's Vonique Toot.
3 weeks before the May 7th general election, then opposition leader Perry Christie said this country needed 30,000 new jobs. Now that he is prime minister, Mr. Christie told NB12 today that there is actually a need for 43,000 jobs. Mr. Christie says those new jobs will have to be created over the next 3 to 4 years in order to lower the record levels of unemployment. The country's unemployment rate was 15.9% as of November 2011. While he did not commit to creating that many jobs, the Prime Minister said it has to be done. As he headed to his administration's first cabinet meeting this morning, Mr. Christie said he feels as excited as he did in 2002 when he became Prime Minister for the first time. However, he admits major challenges lie ahead.
We begin this morning to look at the challenges of our country. Those challenges are led by the challenge of the economy, where some 34% of the young people of this country are unemployed, led by crime, where we have this continuing unabated violence. And the country will expect, given the fact that throughout the campaign, my orchestra, so to speak, my campaign was really orchestrated on the fact that we have a comprehensive package of initiatives to fight crime and that we have a job creation program.
Mr. Christie has said that his plan for job creation includes consolidating the tourism and financial services industries, as well as diversifying our economy. Minister of State for Investments Kailis Roll says the government will also find ways to create opportunities for Bahamians.
We're going to get the opportunities available for Bahamians and Bahamian investors as well as foreign investors. Once you create those opportunities, we've seen in 2002 to 2007 the same process that we are going to go through now, where we brought in the opportunities and those opportunities were able to filter throughout the economy and create the type of jobs in the numbers that we need to sustain this country.
But first, the Prime Minister says they must review what has been done by the Ingram administration over the past 5 years and determine what impact, if any, it could have on their plans for the country.
The first day of cabinet is to begin the process of making an assessment as to what we have met and to what extent the conditions of the country as they are currently will impact what we proposed. That's how it is.
Mr. Christie has maintained that his previous administration created 22,000 jobs between 2002 and 2007, despite the fact that job statistics compiled by the Department of Statistics show that his jobs claims are inflated. Statistics show that during the PLP's last term in office, 18,800 new jobs were added to the Bahamian economy. Reporting for NB12, I'm Vonique Toot.
While the Progressive Liberal Party heavily criticized the Ingram administration for millions of dollars in cost overruns associated with the New Providence Road Improvement Project. However, now that the PLP is in power, Deputy Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis says there are no immediate plans to stop work on the controversial project. He told reporters outside Cabinet today that he's not sure if Argentinian company Jose Cartolone Construction will be terminated.
There are a lot of concerns about the execution of the New Providence Road Improvements program. There are a lot of concerns about it. Whether the concerns reach a level of where we have to terminate contracts, I'm unable to say that at this stage. But as I've just been advised, the works have been 90% completed, and whether we move to the stage of terminating contracts would be sadder. It's a question I would like to answer at this stage, but I don't know that that's a matter that we can.
So there's no stopping?
Not stopping right now. We're trying to complete the works, completed in an effective and manageable manner where jobs are not lost, businesses are not closed, and with the minimum disruption to the lives of the Bahamian people and the road users.
While the Free National Movement has chosen the 4 people they want to represent it in the upper chamber, former Education Minister Desmond Bannister, who lost his rate for North Andros in the Barry Island seat, former Minister of State for Finance Shavargo Lang, who lost in Fort Charlotte, political newcomer Heather Hunt, who was defeated in the Marathon constituency, and former Pine Ridge MP Krissy Thompson will all be appointed senators for the opposition. A swearing-in ceremony for senators is scheduled for tomorrow at 4 p.m. at Government House. On Monday morning, radio talk show Immediate Response did not air as scheduled on the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, and that's because the show's host, Krissy Luv Thompson, was informed that her services would no longer be needed at the public service broadcaster, something she says both shocked and perturbed her. Here's Christina McNeil with more.
It's been 1 day since former talk show host Krissy Luv was fired from the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. However, according to Krissy Luv, she says there was nothing mutual about her dismissal.
According to the BCB's statement yesterday, it mutually agreed with Thompson to end their contractual agreement. She says that isn't so.
It was a bit shocking to me when I was told yesterday that my services would no longer be needed right after a general election where the government changed. I was told that it's not victimization and it was mutual, but that's a lie. I was fired. My contract was supposed to end July 31st. The PLP government, despite them believing in Bahamians, sought to fire me from my position unceremoniously. And I have a major problem with that because Prime Minister Christie has gone on record as saying that this will not be the PLP of yore, where unfortunately one of their legacies is the suppression of voices who oppose them.
Thompson says government's plans to transform the BCB into a public service broadcaster played a major role in her choice to sign a contractual agreement with the corporation back in 2009. And with just under 2 months left in her contract with the BCB, Thompson says someone should answer the question: why was the contract terminated early?
I don't understand what the statement from the Broadcasting Corporation means because it was not mutual at all. And I don't understand right after election, if my contract is going to end in 11 weeks, why fire me unceremoniously? Yes, I'm outspoken. Yes, I have my opinions. Yes, I have my biases like any talk show host. But I just would like to know what's going on.
The former talk show host says she believes this is just the beginning of a period of victimization by the current administration.
Election would have been a week ago yesterday, and this is what we can expect already. I mean, you know, whatever you may feel about me, this is about the bigger picture. It's about the fact that, in spite of the fact that we have a public service broadcasting entity, there can be no contrasting points of view because of this government that's in power now. I really think the Prime Minister needs to explain what that means, because it seems duplicitous.
The Free National Movement today issued a statement throwing its support behind Thompson. According to the statement, the FNM condemned the discrimination and victimization of a Bahamian professional who has made a significant contribution to her profession. The FNM called the termination of Love's show unwarranted and uncalled for. The opposition said the move shows that the PLP neither believes nor cares for Bahamians. This as the party says it is also monitoring other matters and possible examples of intimidation by PLP supporters. However, Thompson says she doesn't want her situation to be used as a game of political football, as she says it's bigger than her. NB12 interviewed Thompson at her Rosetta Street restaurant, Raw on the Porch. When asked what her plans are for the future, here's what she had to say.
But if it's an attractive offer, I may reconsider retiring. I really can't speak to the future because unfortunately we don't have a crystal ball, so we shall see. But right now I'm quite content to be Krissy Luv, smoothie blender.
Reporting for NB12, I'm Christina McNeil.